In 2013, the airline industry was selling a very specific and increasingly outdated dream. Legacy carriers built their marketing almost entirely around first-class cabins, expansive legroom, and premium lounge access. But a massive demographic shift was eroding that model. Millennials were entering their peak purchasing power, and they were actively tuning out traditional airline branding. Their travel priorities were entirely different. They wanted to plan and book their trips digitally. They valued off-the-beaten-path, authentic global experiences. And for them, the travel ritual didn't end when they returned home. It ended when they shared the trip on social media platforms. Carriers that continued to market champagne flutes and thread counts to this demographic were setting themselves up for a slow decline into irrelevance. Turkish Airlines, an 80-year-old state-owned carrier, recognized this demographic cliff. Operationally, they possessed a massive advantage. They held an unmatched logistical network, flying to more countries across Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas than any other airline on the planet. Yet, despite this massive scale, they faced a severe perception gap. To a young adult planning a global trip, the brand felt institutional and rigid. They lacked any sort of cultural resonance. Securing ticket sales required more than proving they flew everywhere. To survive the generational turnover, Turkish Airlines had to embed themselves directly into millennial internet culture. The creative agency Crispin Porter plus Bugiski was brought in to solve this perception gap. Their strategy started by analyzing search behavior to find exactly what young internet users were paying attention to in 2013. They landed on a rising obsession. Taking a self-portrait on a smartphone, the selfie, was quickly becoming the primary documented and validated their global experiences. To execute a campaign around this behavior on a massive scale, the agency needed faces that required zero translation. They brought in basketball icon Kobe Bryant and paired him against football superstar Lionel Messi. The commercial they produced was built on a simple, repeating loop, a friendly, rapidly escalating rivalry where the two athletes try to outdo each other's travel photos. The competition jumps from the cabin of a plane directly to Red Square in Moscow, then to the Maldives, and up the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro. By reducing some of the most famous locations on Earth to simple background props for a photo competition, the ad replicated exactly how young consumers were interacting with global travel online. Behind the creative concept, the agency relied on strict psychological testing to ensure viewers actually finished the video. This chart illustrates the results of facial coding analysis, measuring exactly how a commercial affects viewer attention in real time. Looking at the red emotional valence line, the audience is not passively watching. They are experiencing intense, measurable spikes in emotional response. Take this specific sequence, where Kobe Bryant presents a balloon animal to a young passenger. This animated timeline tracks that exact moment. The happiness metric rockets to 62.3 points, locking the viewer's attention. Subsequent cuts between the athletes create a series of emotional hits, generating a rhythm designed to reset the viewer's attention span. By syncing these visual payoffs with measured windows of attention, the agency was able to sustain engagement through the entire 60-second spot. Even a calibrated video requires a precise distribution method to find its audience. Instead of pouring their budget into television spots, the distribution agency, Chamber Media, executed a strategy of digital seeding, pushing the video out directly through YouTube and social media algorithms. This targeted approach yielded 5 times the reach of a standard television campaign, while utilizing only a fraction of a traditional broadcast budget. The medium matched the message. A campaign built entirely around smartphone culture had to be delivered directly to those same devices. The immediate response was massive. The video accumulated 25 million views in just 72 hours. This chart compares standard airline campaign traffic against the Selfie Shootout, which maintained its momentum until it surpassed 140 million total views. Those views translated to hard data. Turkish Airlines saw a 16% jump in global brand searches on Google and a 9% increase in overall brand recall. More importantly, it updated the public perception of their physical hubs, replacing the old, state-owned reputation with an energetic, modern appeal. In 2015, YouTube officially evaluated its first 10 years of branded content and crowned the campaign its Ad of the Decade. The motto, "Widen Your World," grounded the brand's narrative in global discovery, moving the focus toward a lifestyle that complemented their expansive network. Ultimately, the campaign succeeded because the brand identified a dominant cultural value and mirrored it flawlessly back to its audience.